Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm very excited because I have a 2000s Barbie haul. We have 3 boxed Barbies that I recently got on eBay, and I was really excited that they came in today. So grateful that they came in a little bit early. I really needed like a pick-me-up, so it was really special and wonderful that they came early, like 2 days. I was only expecting one of them today, which was this girl, the Barbie Stretch Sensation doll. She's here. But yeah, I wanted to just I might do another video today, like a more like talking kind of video, but I wanted to definitely haul these girls on camera so I can share them with you guys, and I'm super excited for that. So let's start with the easiest doll to unbox. This is the Barbie Garden Party doll. She's very beautiful. This is her box. I believe she is either 2003 or 2002, but I do believe it's 2003. I don't know if I'm going to be keeping the packaging. I always feel terrible to throw away packaging that's from so long ago, but then again, it is just packaging, so it's not something like super sacred. There isn't anything really that remarkable about the packaging. But she's really, really beautiful. She just has some dust on her face. She might have been displayed out. But there's her face sculpt, and she's in a very pretty rose dress, kind of like purple and pink shades and stuff. And there it says Barbie. She's like that. And since we were moving and everything, I had been going through a couple things and doing some sales on eBay, so I raised some money to be able to get these dolls. So I kind of got rid of some stuff to get some new things. And I recommend that, like, if you want to make some money and you're looking for like cash and stuff, if there's stuff you don't really use anymore or that you used to like collect and aren't into, you can always do something like that. So here she is. I really like that her hair has this like flip in it, but I like that it's kind of diluted down. I don't know if diluted is the right word, but that it's kind of straighter so that it makes her hair like longer. Because sometimes when you have like that flip, it can make the hair seem a lot like shorter. So I'm kind of glad that hers is like straightened a little bit. But I'll definitely tweak and style her. She's just a really gorgeous, like, I think in the 2000s, like 2003, this was like a budget Barbie. And what's interesting is that this is definitely a budget Barbie. So you can tell if you have a budget Barbie, not by the faces or the heads, but by the body. So like her arms only go up and down, they don't go out. And also it looks like vinyl, but her body is actually like a plastic, and it's not, it's like a hard plastic and not vinyl at all. But she's absolutely gorgeous. You guys know my favorite type of Barbie is this early 2000s sculpt, light blonde hair, blue eyes, like fresh makeup. I'm not a fan of like super dark makeup because some of the dolls that are like, my criteria is kind of strict, so I'm always really like happy and lucky when I find a doll that meets like the criteria that I really like. I'm kind of running out of dolls that meet my criteria. This doll isn't boxed, but she was one that I just recently got in the box, and the car is actually packed away into our boxes. We have them like all back there. You can kind of see this like, this little mountain of boxes right here, but the wall kind of hides it. But this is the Barbie from Barbie and Skipper Let's Drive from, I think it was the year 2000. Now, this is like, she was a holy grail Barbie, like, just stunning. This face sculpt, oh my god. This super light blonde hair, amazing. The pastel pink earrings and ring, like, to die for. My only thing is I wish her hair was just a tad bit longer. That's the only thing, but I do like how it's kind of layered, and the front pieces do make it look longer, so I like displaying it like that. But this is like a holy grail Barbie. Like, this is probably one of the most beautiful Barbies I own in my collection. And she does come wearing this top, but she comes wearing these like green flower pants, and then I just switched it for like a mini pink denim skirt, and then she has on these bow heels. So she's like that. She's so gorgeous. So I'm going to sit those two together. So happy and honored to have these girls in my collection. I'm definitely going to be customizing this one and, you know, getting her in some Athena-fy her fashion and stuff. But she's just really beautiful. And she doesn't have a bad smell or anything, so that's really, really nice. Okay, so that was the first girl. And then she also comes with purple heels to match with her like outfit, like Daphne purple pumps, and also a pink purse. Okay, so next girl we will unbox is the Stretch Sensation Barbie. She has her shoe on her shoulder right now. I really like how she looks on the back of the box. And I'll show you guys her up close in person. So this is basically like Polly Pocket, but Barbie size. How Polly Pocket had the like plastic clothes and stuff. I'm trying to think. I believe this is from 2003. But yeah, I don't know if she was from like a European one, since a lot of times like the ones that have the different languages and stuff, like it has English, Spanish, Francois, Portuguese, Castellano, like all these things. It might be like a European Barbie and not sold in the United States. But I'm not exactly sure. But she was relatively inexpensive. She was like $10 and like $4.99 for shipping in box. So I thought that was a really good deal for her. And let's see, we can slide her out. Here we go. And again, here's her on the back. Really like how her hair looks in the back packaging and stuff. Okay, so here we have her, and I believe what she is the, there's this Travel and Style Barbie, and I think they used the same face sculpt for this Barbie when they came out with her. I believe she's the Travel and Style Barbie face sculpt. They changed up the hair a little bit, but I believe that that's who she is, or that, you know, they just use that same sculpt for these two dolls. So let me undo everything in the backs and everything on the back, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just got her out of her packaging, and I'm just gonna brush her hair out a little bit. Her hair is a little like kink to it since it's been in the packaging for a long time, but we can definitely straighten that out and give her a really cute hairstyle. So, okay, let me put her other shoe on. So she is like also like a purple and turquoise themed doll. Our other Garden Party Barbie was like in a purple theme. This dress isn't really the most flattering. Here she is. Let's see. So again, she definitely has that Travel and Style Barbie face sculpt. She's very pretty. Again, she meets, you know, my criteria for sure. So there she is. We're gonna fix her hair up and get it to be like nice and straight. She also kind of reminds me she would be a good Barbie to do the Barbie Secret Agent games. I don't know if you guys remember those. Those came out in the early 2000s, and to me, she reminds me, especially if you put her hair in like a ponytail, of like what the Barbie Secret Agent girl looked like. She reminds me of her. So super beautiful, and again, it's kind of like this Polly Pocket, like plasticky dress and outfit wear. So let's see, and I wasn't gonna unbox everything because it's kind of the same, like if you see it here, but we get two hats, like a visor and like a garden hat. Then we get this cool blue jacket, this, and that outfit. And I actually really like these outfits, so maybe let's redress her in the blue one. I really like the blue outfit. I wish the colors were pink and blue. I think the pink and blue would have been like my favorite, but they don't always give Barbie like pink stuff, and not that I think that they should, but I would have really liked if it was pink and blue as the color accents. But another one of the dolls is pink and like orange and yellow. Pink and orange, I think, is for Christy. And so her legs are interesting. It's like they're not vinyl, but they're like a hard plastic, kind of like a budget Barbie, but the rest of her body is normal. I was watching this Barbie channel, and it was interesting because they were really like concerned about like Barbie nudity, but it didn't seem like it was like because they were worried about like YouTube flagging. It seemed like they thought it was like inappropriate, and I was like, it just felt like really like conservative, and like I don't know, I didn't really care for that. I don't think like, I don't know, I see things differently, but like I don't think the human body like is something to be covered and like ashamed of, or like, you know, we have vaginas and penises and boobs and, you know, like butts and everything. Like, we're human beings. Like every living thing has a body, and you know, it shouldn't be something that's like such a big deal. I feel like, you know, I was heavy at the knee. That's what I talk to. What's her knee? Okay. So here she is. The kink in her hair is definitely bothering me, but you know, I can totally figure that out. Figure that out. She does only come with one pair of shoes, but she does come with these cute outfits, so that's awesome. And here she is in this. The blue registers a little bit more of like a true blue, but in person it's a teal color. It's like teal and purple. So there she is. Definitely like that a lot better. I think I would cut the mini skirt to be shorter. Definitely restyle her hair, but other than that, she's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm very, very happy with her. Okay, so now let's go on to our last but certainly not least. She's also, I mean, I dare to say she's the favorite of the group. Come on, Wasabi. You can hang out with me, just not on me. Okay, so I wouldn't say she's like the favorite, but she's kind of the favorite. I think she's just absolutely stunning. And also that Barbie comes with this little cute pocketbook that's like a square. I've seen these a couple times. They're very interesting. There was this, I'm trying to think if I figure it out what the name was, but for some reason this like loosely reminded me, it was like a, what is it, free association in psychology, Sigmund Freud would say. There was this game line, or it wasn't a game, it was, I think, I don't know, no, it wasn't this. So there was this really weird but awesome, like, I don't know if any of you guys remember it. Sorry, I'm like taking a million hours to describe what it is. It was this toy line, and it was these like girls, and it was kind of like they had like Betty Spaghetti like bodies, and like, but it was okay. So do you guys remember that show, My Teenage Robot Life, where her name was like Jenny, and she was the robot, and like she had the, you know, the animation style was very specific. That's kind of what these dolls look like, and I was looking up on my phone to see if they were called like Pixel Chicks, but that was something else. And this was like the early 2000s, like 2003, 2004, and like there would be different, like it was like Legos, but like a girl version, and they were like fashion dolls, and you could like build everything in the world. It looked like a painting from like a surrealist artist. Like everything was really weird and like Lady Gaga-fied, and like you could build them and like take off, you know, their outfits, and like then you could build environments and stuff. And I can never find what it is. I've never seen it while I'm searching for it on the internet. And Pixel Chicks is a totally different thing. I don't know if you guys remember Pixel Chicks, but that was like, it was kind of like a Tamagotchi, but it was a girl, and they had like different environments that you could like play with them, but I can never remember what that. I just remember seeing it on TV and like being so in love with it, but I can never remember what it was. It just reminds me of Teenage Robot Life. It was something like, it sounds like Pixel Chicks or something like that. It had that type of name. It was kind of like Betty Spaghetti, where they had like weird like hair and artistic, abstract like environments and stuff. I have literally no idea what it is though, and it always like haunts me, and I always am like, I want to know what that was. But I just remember seeing it on TV when I was little. Okay, so last but certainly not least, we have the Barbie I Can Be children's doctor. She's super fabulous and amazing, and I love that her fringe is still kind of like glued down. I'm not the biggest fan of the fringe, but I'm glad that hers came really nicely. So a big thing with me is that I definitely feel bad sort of like deboxing Barbies if they don't have to be deboxed, in the sense that I tried finding her by herself because I didn't want the Kelly doll. I didn't want any of the doctor stuff. All I wanted was the Barbie, and possibly the dress and shoes. But no one, there was one person selling her, but her hair was really messed up, and she was in a lot from like Australia, and like it was like $13 plus like $17 shipping, and I was like, it just wasn't worth it. But yeah, so I did find this girl for a reasonable price. But if I can ever avoid buying it in box, I do, because for people that are like box collectors, I do feel bad like taking one off the market. Okay, so here she is close up. I'll show you guys a closer close up once I take her out of everything. And then on the back, there's this really cute, like, I don't know, it's some type of booklet or cardstock. We can take a look at that. And then she also has a little hairbrush on the side. Now, I just wish, I'm so glad that I was even able to exist in a time where there's the early 2000s Barbies, but honestly, if I could just, even, my dream job is to like work for Mattel or even have my own fashion doll line, but like, I really wish, there's just something about the 2000s and early 2000s Barbies, and like even, I don't know, like there's just really great things about all the eras, and I just wish that Barbie would like kind of recycle some of those face sculpts and stuff. Sometimes they do, but I would like to see it kind of done more. Like if they did a line called, if they did like a Barbie throwback series where it would be like 5 dolls that are in the style of the early 2000s Barbie, 5 dolls from the 90s, 80s, 70s. I know they do like the reproductions, but like if they did series where like it was in that era of Barbie, like Barbie with a 2000s face sculpt in all superstar fashions, like I would just die if they had something like that. So this is just like a little booklet saying about, you can be anything that you want, and there's some different careers like nurse practitioner, physical therapist, lab technician, x-ray technician, dietitian, all kinds of stuff, talking about like career and, that type of thing, and just talking about like, doctors are people who are dedicated, caring, helpful, smart, hardworking, and kind. And I definitely agree with that. So there is that, and the box is pretty much, nothing too glamorous on the box. There was this pamphlet, it has some early 2000s Barbies on there, that had like a 90s sculpt Barbie on it, which is interesting. This was also in the pamphlet, and yeah, so Barbie didn't look like this at the time that it came out. This was a little dated, but they still included it, which they do sometimes, which is really cool. So let me get Barbie out, and I will be right back and show you guys to her. Okay, so I am back, and I am just removing this little like seam that keeps her coat and her dress like stitched together. Okay. Don't want to hurt the dress. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so let's actually brush her hair a little bit. She has really, really beautiful, long, platinum blonde hair. And here's her face sculpt. She's very, very beautiful. She reminds me of Madison from Splash for sure. And she has this sort of like updo like that. And I think I'm not going to keep her as like a doctor. Her dress has like a little stitching. I wanted to show you guys. I love her dress like so much. I think it's so fabulous. She has a little clipboard. And I'll show you guys all the accessories. Let's see. Let's get that part on. It's just like a little seam to keep everything. And I know, people always talk about, like, the declining quality, in dolls, specifically towards Barbie nowadays. And, I get it. I really do. I feel like the early 2000s was, like, they had really good profit from the 90s, and they just really put a lot of work into the toys back then. And, just on a personal, like, everything, definitely the quality of the doll and the outfits are just so much more so than they are now. And, it's kind of like, then you have to remember that, as a kid, we didn't really think of that kind of stuff. And, I don't think the kids are really affected by that. I think it's more so like collectors, like we know about stuff like, the weight of a doll and the quality of the fabrics. And like for children, like they're just excited and happy to play with a toy. So I don't think they really are missing out. I think it's just for people who are adults now that like, now that we have the money to buy what we want, the Barbies aren't there that we wanted when we were younger. I know that's how a lot of people feel, and so that's kind of where that sort of like agony of like, oh my gosh, the quality just isn't there how it used to be. I think that's, where that argument stems from, because, now that we have the funds and the ability to go as adults and get what we want, it's not how it was when we couldn't. So, but, luckily something, things like eBay exist, and if Barbie never goes back to being the early 2000s, then I'm grateful for the dolls that I have in my collection and for the dolls on eBay and stuff. Here is her dress. I just love it. It's so, like, Toys R Us to me. There's the giraffe. And it just, I don't know, for some reason it screams Toys R Us to me. And then here are her really cute pink, like Mary Jane type heels. So really love her. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. And then I will show you guys the Kelly doll. The Kelly doll is really pretty. I like her. She's very sweet. I might keep her in my collection. We'll see. And we have like the little food pyramid up there, a scale, a little like sort of doctor setup thing, and we just have really pretty like these animals and stuff. Very, very sweet. It says her knee kicks when tapped. I remember that little instrument to test your reflexes. They would do that. I definitely remember that. It always felt kind of weird. And this is like, I think this is a stethoscope. Or no, I think this is a stethoscope, and then this is like that light that they shine in your ear to see like how your ears are doing. I think this is a stethoscope. I'm not sure. This is like, I know it's like they put it on your heart and you cough and all that. So I don't know if I would be any good as a doctor, but just even relating and naming the instruments. But yeah. So and that's actually really cool. So they have this like, let's see, I can show you guys. That's kind of cool. She's like hovering in midair. Telekinesis Kelly. Okay. So it has like this sheet paper, how they do in the doctor's offices, and like I just think that that's stuff that like definitely would not exist today, and I just think that that's really incredible. I thought it had like a baby powder smell. It actually doesn't, but that's kind of what it reminds me of. But yeah, so I am really, really grateful for being able to get these Barbies and unbox them. And you guys know I'm not so much of like the accessories person in terms of like all the equipment and the Kelly dolls and all that. I kind of just wanted Barbie. But if if I keep the stuff, then I'll definitely use it for like photo shoots and props and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna try and do a little thumbnail here. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you all so much. Mwah. Bye.